There, that's weird. I thought I hit the button. Anyway, okay, well, we're going to start over. Welcome back to CaseyBuilds Live. This weekend, we are doing a two-parter, the Medieval Blacksmith set. Thanks for the note about the volume. That would have been embarrassing if I had done the whole stream like that. This is an idea set. Go ahead. Thank you. This is an idea set, so those are usually my favorites. The last one that was sort of like this that I did was the Pirates of Barracuda Bay, when we did that pirate ship, which was again kind of a classic Lego theme that for the ideas they did a new twist on it. And there certainly were lots of old knights and castle Lego sets. That actually might be what I have the most sets of for classic sets. You would have maybe thought space, because I love the old space sets, but I think I don't know, it's a toss-up. I also have a lot of old Technic sets. I don't know. Hard to really say. Anyway, but this weekend we're going to be doing the Blacksmith shop here, and like I said, it's an idea set. I usually love the idea sets because they're so creative, and I love that people from the community make them and vote on them. So usually the ones that make it through are the best of the best. So let's start building here.
Ye Old Blacksmith.
Ye Old Blacksmith. This set's a little over 2,000 pieces, 14 bags, and so we'll do a little over half today and then finish it up tomorrow. I think we'll do about 8 bags today, 6 bags tomorrow. But let's see, we're on the build cam. Let's see here. Get up to our instructions. There we are. So the problems that I was having last weekend were really weird, and I'm not sure what happened there. But my cameras basically stopped working, which is pretty darn weird. And like I said, I didn't do anything to fix it. I did a lot of testing to see if I could figure out what the problem actually was. Restarting, using different hardware that was the same hardware, but just making sure that one thing wasn't broken, swapping out cords. Just lots of different things. I tried every combination I could think of, and it wasn't working. So, and then all of a sudden, it started working again. So, really weird. Okay. So we have our fun little bearded blacksmith here who looks very much the part. And he's got kind of a little husky pup. You can take a peek at him here. Blacksmith has a really ferocious beard going on, which is nice. Okay, we'll set them off to the side up here. Okay. And let's build. I feel like, man, it feels like I haven't started building a Lego set in such a long time right now. Which obviously is silly and wrong, but it just feels like it.
We just built a giant Coliseum.
I know, but that Coliseum that we built, it feels like it was so long ago now. Yeah, hopefully you all got to watch that time lapse. That was a pretty cool set to build, and it was a time lapse that we were looking forward to recording for quite a while. And I'm gonna say it turned out as good as I had hoped it would. I was really happy with it. I liked the final finished product. there's a few other Lego sets that I've been waiting to build as a time lapse. Some big Star Wars sets. So those will be coming up pretty soon. I don't have a... Oh, that's weird. I don't necessarily have a specific timeline for that, but building the Colosseum sort of whet my appetite, and so now I'm wanting even more to build some of these big ones. So soon. Also, I don't know if he's ever watched the stream, but on the off chance that Brad's out there, happy birthday, Brad. I believe yeah, today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Also, the birthday / anniversary of the iPhone developer program that I helped give birth to years ago on this day. That really felt like giving birth. I say that having not actually, obviously ever been part of that process. But if I had to imagine that. Okay, we got a whole lot of going on right now. Just intentional randomness. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of that in this set. To give it that old time feel. Oops. Oh wow, these are an unusual sized circular piece. It's kind of bigger than normal. Unusual enough that I can't think of the last time I saw, or if I've ever seen one that size. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, indeed. Medieval blacksmith. I've never really liked the word medieval. I think it's got too many letters in it or too many syllables or something. Something's wrong with that word to me. It's always kind of bothered me. Like brewery. I don't like that word either. I like what they stand for, but I don't like the word. Brewery. Medieval. Like, it seems like it should be medieval, or that's not really right, so it's medieval. I don't care for it. Even though some of my favorite stories Or said in that time. Ooda lolly. Okay. All right, and a lot more intentional randomness here. Lex is over there trying to help me out with my pronunciation.
You were right. It's just weird.
It's a weird word.
It's very weird.
Medieval.
Here.
What's going on?
Medieval.
Playing the pronunciation off the internet over there. Doesn't help. Okay. These are some weird alignments. They're having us put a bunch of these things on here. But like the dark green ones aren't actually being put on studs. They're put between studs, which is kind of tough to see on the instructions if you're looking at where they're supposed to attach, but if you look at the way they align, that's how it works. So I also am assuming that actually probably, since this is just going to be random flare around the set, it's not going to matter very much anyway. So I have a feeling whether they're in the exact right spot or off by one won't actually hurt the build in any way. If anything, it'll just help give it that more randomness that they're trying to create. But as we all know, even when it's intentional randomness, I like following what the instructions say exactly. Okay. And then this guy goes right there. Okay. And as I mentioned plenty of other times before, the bigger the piece is, especially with these big plates, you want to make sure that every single stud around the entire thing is engaged, because it's really easy for it not to be. And then you have some bowing, which doesn't hurt you too much at the beginning, but the further you get, things start not lining up correctly, and then you will have problems. So really want to make sure that's nice and flat. Perfect. That one's good to go. Alright, now let's make some more stuff. More random like mixtures of it's like stone and overgrowth all over the place here. Oh shoot. Did I use the wrong color somewhere? I need 1, 2, 3, 4. One. This one back here. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those two are supposed to be white. My random leaves. Got the light one. These are wrong colors. Oh, there's a third color. There's 3 colors. There's a light green, a medium green, and a dark green. Ah, shucks. Okay, well.
If you notice, they were separated as such.
I couldn't tell from the angle I was looking at. I couldn't see that. I couldn't see the difference with the glare on it. That's funny. Okay, well, problem solved. Whew! Man, imagine how funny this set would have looked if 2 of the 5 leaves were a slightly incorrect color green from what they said they should be in the instructions. Do you endeavor to conceal Lego piece injection points on your builds? No, and I don't know if I have any showing right now. You can, what Jawbreaker's talking about is you can actually see little, little imperfections on the Lego. Like on the side, you can see just a tiny little tab sometimes, and I do not try to hide those. To me, that's on par with. Actually, here you go. You can see.
With getting the logo.
You can see on top of here. You see that little white dot on top of the logo on that stud, and there's another one up here. Yeah, I see that in the same light as trying to get all the logos going the same way. I'm a crazy person. I acknowledge this, but there's even limits for my crazy, and hiding those that's beyond me. I think if I were trying to build something that was going to be some sort of an official display out somewhere, I would probably put a little effort into trying to accomplish that. But if I'm just going to build something and take it apart in a week or two, it's not really, that doesn't make Lego more fun for me. So I realize knowing there's a limit to my crazy might surprise some people, but there is. I do, and this is kind of the opposite of an injection point, but sometimes pieces have divots or little holes in them like that. And I will intentionally put that facing inward so you don't see the little hole sometimes. And I don't know why there's a difference to me between one or the other. But that is something I try to do if I'm thinking about it. But I also won't take a whole set back apart if I realize that I missed one, and I'll just let it be. It doesn't. That's one of the few things that doesn't keep me up at night when I'm trying to think about ways to perfect my OCD. And we can have plenty of random flair as long as it is the Lego approved random flair that is built exactly to spec. Makes total sense to me in my mind. That's how it should work. Okay. Where do all these pieces go? Something that I think this set is going to look really good when it's done, but I'm having a difficult time with all of these colors that they're using. They kind of blend together in the instructions, and I can already tell that I'm going to be having to really focus today to see what goes where. As it turns out, all of that intentional randomness tricks my brain a little bit. That's an 8. Okay. You guys are going to get to see my squinty face a lot today. And tomorrow. As I said earlier, if you're just joining, this weekend's going to be a classic 2-part build. Do the first half today, second half tomorrow. Bias a little bit toward getting a bit extra done today, and then finish up the remainder tomorrow. What? Okay, that goes there. Huh, all right. Wow. I don't usually have to try so hard to see what's going on. Like, just to visually process what the instructions are telling me. There. It's all good. Okay, is this a table or a stove? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, probably the stack of coal. Oh, wow. Got a lot of little one pieces left. That's the end of bag one. As you can see, we have what looks like it's going to be the foundation for our whole thing here. And this area right over here is what I was talking about. I think that's our coal pile. Is there a word for that? Your coal. Like on a train, there's the coal cart. Actually, I don't even think that's the word. Huh. I thought there was a word for that, but now I can't come up with it. Coal storage. Not cold storage, but coal storage. Okay.
Well, there's slag heap, but that's waste from mining coal. That's different.
Slag heap. Yeah, that's not the right type of thing. This is going to be either a table or a bench. No, that's going to be a table. The size of this thing has to be a table. And this is something else. What is this? This is coal bin. Yeah, then sure. It's good. Sure. Yeah, coal bin. Go with that. This is looks like a bunch of black bars, but in a box. Not really sure what that's supposed to be.
Might just be metal rods that they use for.
It is black though.
Smithing.
Black.
Carbon?
Not sure. Apparently my medieval blacksmith shop terminology, my internal glossary is lacking. Okay, Looks like it's going to be possibly some sort of fire-related thing. And this will be maybe a grinding wheel. Grinding wheel, fire stuff. Okay. Now for the light up elements. Light up element. And I always keep the little tab that goes in there to protect the battery, because I always put that back in once I take the set apart. Alright, now we're getting some light, or we're getting some clear blue stuff, which I'm guessing is going to be the water trough. Probably. That's an interesting way to put these together. We got some water going on in there, and that would be on the other side of that. I wonder what that's going to be. That's interesting. It is insulated from the color, so it doesn't light up, or from the light. I would have thought that this was going to be like a fireplace. Yeah, maybe it still will be. Could be. We'll see. And one of the things that Lego likes to do when they have these light up elements, there's a button to push here that turns the light on. And it's on the front of the thing. But one of the things that they always seem to do, that they like doing, is making it so that when you... they don't want you to actually have to push the button itself, even though there's no reason why you couldn't just push the button. But they like to insulate you from pushing the button by having you push something else that then, in turn, pushes the button. So there'll be something in front of here that you can push that we'll probably have that will let us light that up. I'm just guessing right now, but I can't think of any set that you ever push that little button directly. So I'd be surprised if it's not like that. And this one. Okay, there's putting a lot of clear and opaque pieces on top of the light up area here. I'm not sure exactly what this is going to look like when it's done. Rather, what the light's going to look like coming through it when it's done. But I think this is going to be pretty darn cool. It's going to look like a neat oven. Okay. Oh yeah, that's neat. All right, and looks like they're cooking a sword right now. What's the word for that, Miss Forged in Fire?
Smithing?
When you put something into the fire?
Yeah. You're forging it.
Forging. Okay.
It's in the forge, because that fire is the forge.
Yeah, it's in the forge. Okay, so this is forging the... We're forging the sword at the moment. What are these? Those are brown. Brown. Up and down. That one. Okay. Oh, and this will be the bellows. It looks pretty good, actually. I'll definitely hold this up to make it easier to see. So that's our bellows. It is almost too small for me to hold very well. But there it is. And, as promised, that's actually what we use to turn the light on and off. Or rather, we don't push the button, we use the bellows to light up the fire. That's clever. That's really cute. So the bellows attached into the button on the side, and so you can blow air into it and it lights it up. That's really cute. That's a nice touch. Okay, what else do we have here? These other pieces go. We're over here. Turn it this way. Okay, now we're building a wood pile. Oh no. This actually is a pretty cute little wood pile here, complete with wooden fake rings to cap off all of our logs. Okay. Nice little log pile. It's pretty cool. Okay. I have a feeling this set's going to be doing a lot of the outward facing brick stuff that has been really popular with a lot of the sets. They used to do a lot in some of the Harry Potter ones, and they use it for like in the fishing shack to show wood slats coming out on the side. They do this a lot now where they use it on the Disney castle. Things like this, where these elements come out on the side to give it kind of some vertical texture. And it looks good, but it's also just kind of tedious. I put up with it because it looks good, but I'd just as soon rather not have to do that. Hopefully this set won't have too much of that. I didn't look at the set too much ahead of time. I try not to. I like to come into this stuff fresh and be surprised by it while I build it. And so I'm not sure if this will have too much of that or not. Like I said, I hope it doesn't, but we'll see. Okay. We have a real overgrown pile going on in the corner down here. I'm not sure what's going to be down there yet or what its purpose is. Oh, maybe it'll be a well. That could be a well.
Deep subject.
And that's the end of bag 2. Looks like a pretty overgrown well. Like it hasn't been used in a very long time. Thank you. Okay, well, now we're going to do more of those things that I said annoy me. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Thanks. Okay, these guys are going to be pretty tricky to get lined up perfectly. Use other pieces to help keep them flat. Okay, and we're back over here now. Back at the forge. nice that this piece, or that this set has a lot of these flat areas that we can use to help keep things flush. And even here, we're just basically 3 rows up, or we're working on the 3rd row of the wall. The 3rd level. I don't know what the proper word for this is, but there's already so much interesting variety in what's going on. That's the kind of thing that helps a set be fun to build and interesting. Instead of having everything just all be exactly the same. Okay, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man. Some of these pieces I literally can't pick up off the tray without moving them up against the edge of the tray. Kind of annoying. The ones that have the beveled edge,
But they're the flat ones.
these guys right here, they're flat, but
My two, but they're flat.
but there's a bevel to the edge, kind of like the top of a gold bar.
I usually put those upside down to make them easier to pick up.
Okay, well these ones weren't.
Okay.
It's okay. I was able to roll them off to the side. I appreciate the sorting that you do, and you don't need to do anything differently. You do a great job. Thank you.
Well, I'll just go back to putting those upside down.
Okay. It wasn't a complaint about your sorting as much as it was just about the piece in general.
I prefer doing things better.
Okay. Looks like we're building some wooden I don't know, wooden beams here.
The table, maybe?
No, it's literally in the wall. Windows. Yep. Three windows. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
No, it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right. Good looking little window. I don't know if Cordy's out there right now, but we were talking about there's a new Winnie the Pooh idea set that's coming out soon. And that is a one that I would be looking forward to getting. One of the things that's really great about the idea sets is up until this point, they've not had any stickers, which is awesome. Don't need to go into it, it's just better. But it looks like this new Winnie the Pooh idea set that's going to be coming out will in fact have stickers, which is kind of a bummer. As they say, all good things come to an end. Flat. But it would appear, at least so far, that this set won't have any stickers. I certainly didn't see any in the box. So unless something's hiding somewhere that I haven't seen yet, I think we're safe today.
Boy, wouldn't that be a big surprise?
It would be a very unfun surprise. Where do you go? Go over here. Sometimes you gotta talk to the pieces. It's totally normal and not weird. What are you going to be? This will probably be something. There's a bunch of hooks right here. I bet we're going to hang a bunch of either tools or gear on it. We'll find out. Right there. 1, 2, 1. 3, 4, 5, 6. With this set, I know I've talked about this sort of thing before. Usually when I'm streaming like this, specifically when I'm streaming, I try to avoid too much slowdown, and that includes spending a lot of time counting out and pulling out all the pieces I need ahead of time. And some sets I'm able to pull the pieces and just put them on as I go without setting them out like this first. But when there's sets like this, where there's so much stuff in each individual step, that has so much stuff all over the place, it's tough for me to necessarily follow along with. Setting the pieces out ahead of time really helps to make sure that you didn't miss anything. So that is why I'm doing that a bit more than normal right now. Ooh, what is this going to be? This goes... It's upside down, like that. Okay. Build 2 of those. Okay. Cool. Got some shoulder pieces right there. Pauldrons, There's a shield. And the shield definitely has... This is the old school... I want to say it's Black Falcon. Black. I'll look it up and know by tomorrow. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's interesting. So these ones, we are intentionally putting them at a 45-degree angle instead of having them be aligned like they usually are. I don't know if I've ever done anything that crazy before. In a Lego set. Apparently there's no rules here today.
Does that mean you can have beverages?
If you want. Okay. And the forge here actually is... There's a hood on it, and it's open to the inside of the shop, even though the sword's on the outside. So it looks like it's a... You can indoor, outdoor, come at it from either side. I don't know if that's a typical thing in a blacksmith shop, but it certainly seems like a good design to me.
Didn't you ever go to the blacksmith shop in Columbia?
You can see this one here. No. You can see the 45-degree angle things there. We'll use the bellows, light it up. It's looking really cool, and then you can see it from the inside. Over here, and you can see the rack of stuff that's cooling right there. That's great. It's really neat the way that's all coming together. And apparently we have a little garden out here. Got ourselves a pumpkin and something that's not a pumpkin. Perhaps some other type of gourd. Okay, and classic window with shutters. Man, that's cool. Getting all sorts of nostalgia from this set right now. Interesting. So we're building up a column with the things that are kind of the bricks that are coming out from the wall a little bit, and these ones are actually at different depths here. these are all going the same way. These pieces are, I've got 2 adjacent sides that are nubbed and 2 that aren't, and they are all aligned with one another. Okay, goes on there, and then this goes in here. That all comes together. Oddly satisfying. It fits together perfectly right there. That's neat. We have a lot of these studs sticking out on the pillar corners. So I have a feeling that once we're done here, we're going to have just long, flat pieces, kind of like glue on the edges, holding everything together. All right, and finish our stairs going up here. Assuming that's what these are. Can't imagine they wouldn't be. Okay, and that's that. Done with bag 3. Thank you.
So we're going to 8?
Yeah. All right, let's keep building. Onward and upward. Okay, putting some more wooden arches over top of our garden area. Man, bag 4 is basically one big step here. One, two, three, 4. 2, 3, 4, and 8. 8. Okay, worst part's going to be lining all of these guys up perfectly. So let's do that first. I always like eating my vegetables first.
Why would you eat the best part first?
Psycho. And now a lot of more of these 45-degree angle things, which really offends my sensibilities, but it's what they're asking us to do. Just feels wrong. Okay. This goes over here. You know what? We're gonna wait to put those on until we can see a little bit more clearly where they go. Need to work our way around to them, I think. Okay, there's one. And 2. is a big step. We basically did an entire row around the whole top of this thing all at once. Which is not a problem. They just normally don't have us do stuff like that. But it's totally fine. Okay. Ooh, that one doesn't want to fit. Get on there.
Don't worry, they can't see you twitch on camera.
Got it. Nothing to worry about. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Only 3 of those. That one. Okay. Corners. This is good. This layer right here is just really basically locking everything into place, lining it all up. We had quite a few vertical sections in here that were only kept in place by things around it, but putting these pieces on the top really keeps everything where it's supposed to be. So that's actually that was a really key layer right there. What are we doing now? Is that the right one? Must be. Okay. Those two, we got some wooden, printed wooden bits. Make sure we get the right color brown. There's multiple browns. About to say that this looked like it was going to be a trapdoor. However, looking at where it's going to go, it's clearly a door. But a very cool looking one. So here's our door. It's got a nice metal handle on the side over here, and it will actually swing, but it's going to be tough to operate and even more difficult to actually see. So hold it up for you like I did there, and then it's right in here. It actually closes, and you can close the shop as it is on this next step there. Okay, door's closed. That seems like a way to get extra sweaty. Not that I don't think you could actually do blacksmithing without getting sweaty in the first place. I don't like getting sweaty. Ooh, okay, we got, holy cow. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those. And 4 of, must be those 4. Yep. Okay. So these guys aren't going to line up perfectly. And this is going to be pretty interesting. Pretty interesting visual with this here. So we're going to have to be careful to actually manually line them up correctly, which I'm going to do my best to do here, and then I'll hold it up and you'll see what it is that I'm doing and why it's taking extra effort to get right. So if you look down here, they're actually sticking out around the corner. And if you look at these top ones, you can see how I'm accomplishing that. So the pieces over here on the the green one on the left side down here below, I'm gonna put this guy on it, and since you can, oh no. No, I got it. Thanks. Okay. When I put this piece on here, it's actually going to overlap the side a bit. So it actually makes it come all the way around. This is a new trick that I haven't seen done before. I've seen plenty of these bricks sticking out, but this is the first time I've seen them actually wrap around a corner like that. That's new, that's clever, and normally that kind of thing, if I was doing it all over the place all the time, would get to be annoying. But since I've never done it before, never seen it like that before, that's actually a pretty cool trick. So kudos to them for figuring out how to make that interesting. Okay, and if you put the short side on first, you can align the short side with the wall that the other one will be on to make that flush, and then everything will line up correctly. Okay. Yeah, that's real clever. Neat. Okay, that's going to be a booger to get that one in the right spot, though. Okay. Okay. I think we have one more corner we're going to have to give this treatment to. And that does look really good. That's cool. Oh, Taco Cub, hello. How are you feeling today, Taco? You guys may not know this about Taco, but he's a pretty serious competitor when it comes to racing. And recently he decided to make his power to weight ratio a lot better by removing his appendix.
You say that like he did it himself.
It's a bold strategy, and I hope it works. Glad to hear you're doing better. Excellent. I'm also glad that this piece this set doesn't have any loose pieces yet that let me flip it up on end like this, because it's making doing these corners a lot easier. Yeah, that gives it a real cool look. I like that. I'm not going to say that alone was enough of a good reason to turn this into a Lego idea set, but it's the sort of touch that definitely legitimizes the selection. Okay, where are these these guys go? This guy goes over here. There. Man, there's a lot of growth around here. Like the blacksmith just doesn't care about keeping up his yard.
He's busy blacksmithing.
Oh, and now we're going to have free floating pieces in the set. I jinxed it. It's my own fault for mentioning it. And now the set can no longer be picked up. Darn. Or at least picked up and tipped on end. I have a little anvil here. Kind of. I'm not sure if that's actually an anvil. Though I don't know what it would be if it wasn't. Anvil and barrel containing surplus swords. Alright, next up is another more wooden stuff. Oh, and what are you? This is a helmet. Let's see here. Helmet, cauldron, cast iron, pan, and that's it. Okay. All over here on the workbench. Helmety thing. Cauldron goes right there, and cast iron pan right over there. Okay, really filling out the shop here. Okay. Oh, and there's all the rods that Lex was talking about earlier. Okay, I think this is the last. Yeah, this would be the last step. Oh, and here's another. Okay. It's going to be another anvil for the inside. I thought it was weird that the anvil was on the outside. But, of course, a professional like this would want to have one on the inside and on the outside. You never know when inspiration might strike. Get it? It's an anvil. She gets it. Okay. Where does this line up? This is tricky. Okay, that's where the cauldron is. And it's going to be on that row of studs. That row of studs. Right there. And right. Looks like it goes right there. 1, 2, 3. Yes. It's out the right amount. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's in the right spot. Just backwards. Okay, there we go. Cauldron built. Now we put our tools on the wall. There's a shovel for shoveling out the forge. Another hammer. And a broom. How well equipped. And then we have all of these rods that are going to, once again, just sit there in a barrel in a way that makes it so we can't move the set around without being careful. Like any kid will tell you when he's playing with something, nothing makes something more fun than having to be extra careful with it. Okay, that's it for bag 4. On to bag 5. Kind of had a little bit of a speed up there with how quick that one went, which would be great since I'd like to get through 8 bags today. Okay, now we have a Robin Hood sort of figure, and we're using Robin in the feminine, which luckily, which can be used that way. That's what I just said. Oh. It's a Lady Robin. Lady Robin. Okay. All right, now we get to finish off that well we were starting on earlier. Well, well, well. Oh my, there's so many little rods. Oh, this, I can tell you right now, I'm not going to like this bag. Not one bit. Oh, gross. It's a lot of flowers and fiddly bits. You know, I give the set a compliment, and then it does stuff like this. I feel like this is jerking me back and forth quite a bit today. I don't like it. Oodalolly indeed. Oodalolly. Okay. That won't even go all the way across. Is there a different... Here's a different one. The difference we're talking about is the difference between these two pieces right here. And as you can see when I'm holding them like this, they are of different length, but they're both brown. And this stupid little brown stick is not the sort of piece that Lego has. There's not a whole lot of rules about it or how they reference it in the instructions. So they're not clearly marked for what sort of size they are or anything like that. Luckily, there was one in that size and then all the rest are this other size. So hopefully won't be any more confusion. Oh, this is a gross tray. Just gross. Oh, our little well over here needs to have a roofy, I don't even know what to call it, overhang. I guess a roof, I don't know. Now I'm grumpy. See? Stupid pieces made me grumpy. Okay. What are you building? Brown? That is brown. Brown. What's the movie camera piece? One, two, three, four. Like that. Oh. Oh, weird. Okay. Okay, we're doing some weird stuff here. It's getting weird. Really not sure what we're making here. Looks like kind of like a branch, sort of, but nope, no idea. go like that.
You do like this?
You do like this. There we go. This one goes on the other side. Weird. Look at that. Okay, now we use 2 of these. The yellow rod. That one, 2 of those, 3 of those. Okay. That goes off that way. This one appears to go this way. There's a lot of Dr. Seuss shapes and angles going on right now. That's making this a little more difficult than usual. Kind of got weird things going on here. Okay. Got a target over here. Archery target. On the side of the tree. Again, assuming that's what this is, I can't imagine it's not going to be, but we'll see. Okay, and okay, there's only 2 colors for the leaves this time. Confirmed. At least it only looks like 2 to me. Okay, that's kind of a weird tree branchy bit. Is that a different color or the same color? That's the same color. More weird tree stuff going on here. Upside down now. And let's go into it. Yeah, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's gonna get super not fun real quick. I have a feeling. Pretty sure I talked about how much I dislike these pieces when I was doing the botany set, the flower bouquet. How do you go? All right, these guys kind of go like that. That one goes in there. Oh, it is something of a tree. Okay. It does actually come together pretty nice. It's solid. That's good. Okay, we're building 4 of whatever this is, which hopefully will take us to the end of this tray. Build all 4 at once. Sheesh. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, now we have to do a whole bunch of these bouquet things. 2 of each. Two of each times 4 was 8, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's all of those. Okay. Which means 24 of these. One. Two. Sorry, this part's definitely going to just be boring. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Okay, and 2 light greens and 1 dark green on each one. You on there? You're on there. And this time, like we did with the flower set, we're going to embrace chaos and let the leaves go whichever direction they end up going once I put them on. Like a rebel. Bet you didn't know I was such a bad boy.
Are you talking to me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Transitioning to a florist. Definitely. Okay. There's all those. There's all of our apples. How do these all attach? One, two. Again, we're not even going to try to align anything. We're just going to put them on there. Let them be however they want to be.
My mom just texted and And Casey's a bad boy.
Okay. And now 4. Oh, no, it's actually all of them. Okay. Okay. Random shrubbery bits. I feel like this is going to be the most realistic and interesting looking tree I've ever had in a Lego set.
He doesn't sound happy about that.
It is what it is. Okay. What do we do with all these grotesque? Okay. They're going to go on the ends of all of these things. How? How do they go? How is that even? Okay. Okay, we got ourselves a nice apple tree over top of our well here. Okay. It actually, as I said, is a pretty good looking tree. Pretty cool tree. It's got the target in it. Sure, a pain in the tuchus to build one of those. I don't like it. It's not fun, but I will acknowledge that it looks good. All right, that's the end of bag 5, and good riddance. On to bag 6. That guy up over there. Thank you. Okay, bag 6, and 3:30. We'll be closing in on. Yeah, we won't go too much past 4 o'clock. Won't go too far past. Okay. Oops. Must ruin Lex's organization.
That's fine, I'm used to it.
I didn't. Aha. Okay. There's a lot of similar looking pieces really close to each other here. Making it tricky. looks like it might be chimney-ish. Oh, this might be over top of the forge.
The flue?
Will be the chimney over the forge. Yeah, the flue. One. All right. Once again, we're just going around the whole thing, building up. Kind of like the last time when we were doing that over there. And doing it all as a single step, which is slightly unusual. It's not difficult. Just Lego usually breaks these things up a little bit more. Okay. And we'll build up some more. Looks like oh, that's at 9. So we get 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoop. And there we go. They've also been doing a lot of going back and forth between the sides visible for the bricks. Some of the sides you can see here, the bricks there's vertical lines in addition to the horizontal one. And then on the other side, there's just a horizontal line. And usually most of these sets are pretty consistent. I want you to use the same thing on all of the different, as you're building it up, have the same side facing out. But this one, to contribute to the forced irregularities, is actually going back and forth between the two. Kind of gives it that much more authentic of an appearance. That it's, there weren't building codes like we have now back then, and there was a lot more room for getting the job done, not necessarily overthinking it. All right, now we're building. It looks like it's going to be a little fireplace on top of going up the stack from the forge. Okay, that was right there. Is that right? That's right. Okay. Sadly, there's no. If they'd used some kind of clear piece to go through, they could have used it kind of like a fiber optic cable to transfer the light from down below up through to this other part, which would have been kind of neat. They didn't do that. Might have been a little too much to ask for, but it still would have been kind of neat if they had been able to accomplish that. Okay. I was wondering what was going to end up going right there. They left a little hole in the corner here. It seemed conspicuous. There. Okay, one of those. Barrel. Two. All right. What is this? Oh, we're making a beer keg with a tap. This is cool. All right. First time I've seen one of those in a Lego set. That's fun. Cool. One, two, three, four. All right, now we're making a table. Caught it. Oh, knocked the other one off though. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the table goes right there. Funny enough, the arrow that they use to point to where this is supposed to go kind of obstructs part of what I would need to see exactly where it goes easily. But figured it out anyway. Tuscan Productions. That's a fancy sounding name. Hello. Hello, Tuscan Productions. Some kind of greenery cooking on the stove. It looks like broccoli in the pot there. And this looks like a butter churn in the corner. Absolutely. Lego should... I'm surprised that this is the first keg a Lego set has ever had in it. It's long overdue. Everything's going good around here. Tuscan, how are you doing? We're a better part of our way into the build of this medieval set here. Be done in the next half hour or so for the day, and then we'll be seeing to bag 6. On to bag 7. We're gonna finish bags 7 and 8 today, and that'll be it, and then we're gonna finish up tomorrow. We're flying along. Okay, what are we doing here? We've got to dress up our table with food and fixins and things. Okay, let's make sure we get all the correct things. We need one of those. We need our carrot. We need a black grabber bit.
Armored carrots.
Some of these, some of those, and some of these. Okay. Very nice. What are you making up? Star Warsy. What are you working on? Let me guess. X-Wing Death Star Trench. Oh. Someone's already started slicing the carrot. Look at that. I've never seen that before either. Oh, that's cool. And that goes right there. Battle of Rattle. Ah, very good. Okay, this person's got some kind of a salady thing going on their plate there. This more intelligent person has meat. There we go. Well, glad to have you here, Tuscan, while you're working on your own Lego creations. Welcome to the stream. Let's see here. Cauldron.
It looks like you're petting a dog.
Okay. Got a lot of random little pieces here. That's a cleaver. Where's that one? There it is. Okay. I usually just build sets. For me, putting together a set's kind of a stress-free therapeutic thing. And, you know, just free building is really cool, and I certainly did a lot of that when I was younger. But nowadays, when I sit down with Lego, I like to have instructions, and I can just turn my brain off and follow along, and then come up with building something. I appreciate the thought that they put into things ahead of time, so that I don't have to. Okay, this pot, this cauldron. The closest I'll come to doing my own stuff is sometimes. Sorry, one second. Let me. Oh, that's cool. The cauldron is actually on an arm that's out over the stove, so it's hovering out there. All the sets I get are yeah. My sets I don't I'll build them and put them out for a couple of weeks. I don't have too many that I leave out year round. Most of the things that I do here on the stream, I'll build it, and half the time I actually just take them right back apart after the stream ends. Right after the stream ends. I just like seeing the sort of creativity that they have, that other people have. I spend enough of my time thinking hard about things, and so not having to think hard about something is it's a kind of a zen thing for me. Let's see here. That's cool. Yeah, I have all three of the helmets out. Boba Fett, Stormtrooper, and the TIE Fighter. I have them all out as a set. Oops. One, too many of those. 4 of these. So you definitely prefer the Star Wars sets. I'm seeing here. Star Wars is by far what I have the most sets of in my collection here. Oh, this is really interesting. We're using axes to create the back of a chair. We've got some pretty
Creative uses.
pretty creative uses of stuff here. The scale is off on a lot of this stuff, which is a little difficult for me visually. But that's a cool looking chair. Even though it's gargantuan.
Maybe the blacksmith is a giant.
Yeah. Well, if this is the size of the chair, then the keg is the size of a thimble. And that would be a very disappointing keg. Gotcha. Just the Clone Wars ones. I actually don't have very many Clone Wars sets. It wasn't until a few years ago that I started buying every Star Wars set that came out. Before that, I thought I needed to pick and choose. So I kind of only got the bigger ones and then only the original trilogy ones. And, well, I guess a few others too. But it wasn't until, I don't want to say maybe 5 years or so ago, that I just made a habit of getting all of the sets, all the Star Wars sets. But they also haven't had too many Clone Wars sets since then. I actually haven't seen the Clone Wars series. One of the things I'd like to watch one of these days, just haven't gotten around to it yet. Oops. And I'm hoping that it won't be too important to have seen the Clone Wars. I have 3 originals, just 8. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping that it won't be all that important to have seen all of the Clone Wars show when, like, Ahsoka's new series comes out and when The Bad Batch comes out. Hoping all of those are things that I'll be able to appreciate without having watched all the previous cartoons. How many of those? 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 6 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2. It is important. Okay. Yeah, that Kenobi. I'm most excited about the Kenobi one. I think that'll be pretty neat. Okay, this does a absolutely terrible job of showing which way that piece needs to go. There's no way to tell. I'm going to assume that it goes in that direction, but I might have to fix that later. Nope. Oh, boy. They almost never have that kind of a problem in these sorts in their instructions, and I'm surprised. See, I have no idea who Commander Cody is. Is that something from Clone Wars? From the series? I would imagine that it must be, because I've seen everything else Star Wars, and I have no idea who that is, so that leaves Clone Wars. Orange Commander and Revenge of the Sith. Huh. Okay, well, I do not remember him. Obi-Wan's clone guy. Pulling a blank right now. My apologies. Okay, what am I missing? Got those, two of these, and one of those. There. Next time I watch Revenge of the Sith, I'll make sure I pay attention for Commander Cody's name. Okay. It's funny. I know who I know what you're talking about now, but I just can't picture him. Clearly, I need to watch again. I haven't made my way through the prequels in a while. It's been a while since I've watched those. Okay, we got some candles in the window here. And where do you go, little fella? You go back here. All right. Yeah, I didn't really pay much attention to all those commanders at all, really. Do they actually say their names in the movies? Do they say their names? Or do you only know about them after seeing them in the movie and then them being part of like the Clone Wars series? Oh, this is... I think this is going to be roofing, and I like the way that looks. It's neat looking. Oh. Yeah, okay. So if they don't say the names in the movies, that's why I don't know their names. My brother liked the Clone Wars show enough to name his dog Soka. Alright, what are we doing here? This is interesting. Okay. Upside down, these guys. Down here. Clone Wars, rolled about, give us more lore, other Jedi clone. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. This one. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, we need to make sure we get this stuff going the right direction. So, it don't really show us which way it's supposed to go until the end. So we'll just build it facing the wrong direction so we can get it all going the right way. There. And those face upward. Yeah, and like I said, I've meant to watch Clone Wars one of these days. I just haven't gotten around to it at this point. So, suppose maybe I should try to do that before. Oh no! Before the new series is come out, I'll try to do that. Do some marathoning. Cool. All right. Well, that's cool looking. Okay, and that holds it up in place real good. Oh, that's neat. I like the way this is coming together here. Okay, how does that connect? Like that. Haha. Okay. There, check that out. Nice. Very nice. Alright, that's the end of bag 7. Time for bag 8, which will be it for us today. And then we'll finish up tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. I think I've just studied Star Wars that much. I know 90% of everything. Yeah. You definitely seem to be up on your Star Wars. Maybe you should look into teaching a class at a university on Star Wars history or something. That would be a pretty fun class. Okay. Another door. Very similar to our previous door. In fact, possibly identical. Very possibly. Tell me why Emperor Palpatine had a golden lightsaber? Yeah, no clue, sir. No idea whatsoever. When did Palpatine have a golden lightsaber? Yeah. Yeah. Pretty amazing class if he could send students to the Rancor pit for failing. Happen to have a really good friend who's a teacher, and I know he would absolutely love to send some of his students into the Rancor pit from time to time. Okay, just need a little water. Okay. This tray looks like it's going to go pretty quick, actually. But again, when did Palpatine? When did he have a golden lightsaber? Oh, golden lightsaber hilt. Okay, let's see. I still don't know the answer to that, but got me worried that I was completely blind. And nobody likes Jar Jar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Oh, jeez. Luckily, Lex went downstairs, so she's not seeing me destroying this tray as I'm trying to pick these pieces up right now. Nobody tell her. Shh. She did such a good job laying everything out. I feel bad when I get in there and mess it all up. By the way, I still don't know which direction something's supposed to go in this corner over here, so that might be something I end up needing to take apart and fix once we get to a point where it is clear which way that needs to go. If a Jedi was colorblind, he probably killed a bunch of Jedi because he thought they had red lightsabers. Be pretty funny. You know, I know that's a joke, but obviously if a Jedi was colorblind, he would still be able to sense whether the other Jedis... He would know. He wouldn't need to be able to see their lightsabers to tell if they were good or bad. The Force would let him know. That's what I think. Oops. I'll grab 6. I needed 8. He had a new X-Wing. He had a X-Wing and his old X-Wing? I don't know about that. Why do you think it was a new X-Wing? think you're reading a little too deep into those conspiracy theory blogs. X-Wing. Oh, I gotcha. Sorry, I missed it. And see, and that's a joke that should be easier to tell when you're reading it, and I completely missed it. Sorry, I'm so focused on my build right now. That's on me. Okay, yeah, so the fireplace in there, you're not going to be able to see it very well, but there's fire and logs, and there's a cauldron in there and some stuff cooking, but this is going to line up over top of this, I would think. There's no way. Yeah, it's going to have to go like that. And so the fireplace, the stack is all lined up. That's cool. That's good. Appropriate. Okay. There we go. Lots of little itty bitty tabs to finish this off. I really need to put a row around the top of this thing to hold this all together. There's a lot of flimsy walls here that need to be sturdied up. Like this could all easily come apart. Okay, we got some stairs. Okay. Yeah, the more I look at it, the size of those chairs kind of offends me. Which is a bummer because they're really cool looking chairs. It's almost like the guy that created this set had this great idea for making a good looking chair and wanted to make it fit in with this set because it had gotten improved. And so he shoehorned it in, even though it didn't really necessarily belong. Okay, here we go. We're firming up our walls. Yes. Oh, yeah, there. That's what we needed. This is way better. This is a much more solid building now. I like that. That's what we needed. Excellent. All right. Now, okay, we're going to do some trim work on the outside, it looks like. Three of those. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. So that goes up there. Oh. Probably don't need to say this because you probably all figured it out already. But this is looking like the blacksmith has his smith shop downstairs and his living quarters upstairs. Oh, that fits in there good. That's nice. Very nice. Okay. Keep your fingers crossed that we're going to get to the point here somewhere in the next few steps to let us know if these things are lined up the correct way in the back or not, and that we won't have to wait until we're further down the road tomorrow where I have to take apart a whole bunch of stuff instead of just one easy little thing. If I did it wrong. Hopefully we'll get confirmation that it's all been done right. So keep your fingers crossed. Welcome back. Yes, this is the Santana Row set. Absolutely. Business downstairs. Relaxation upstairs. Okay. Whoa, whoa. Stuck to my finger. Okay. You go over here. Frames. Okay. Holes going inward. Holes inward. And then that across there. Okay. Yeah, we're framing this up real good. Nice. Yeah, you can see we're almost doing some kind of like proper construction framing here with wooden beams. If you could compare building a Lego set to an actual house. Yeah, framing it all in. It's amazing how once a couple of things just in the right spot that lock things in place are in place, how it goes from being wobbly to just firm. It's really neat. One, two, okay. We're getting pretty close to the end here. As I mentioned, we're going to finish this tomorrow. I'll be back at 2 p.m. Pacific time. I realize not everybody's in the same time zone, but 2 p.m. Pacific time is the goal to finish this up. We're just a couple steps away here. If you're new and enjoying it, please feel free to subscribe. I try to put new stuff out on the weekends. Typically, lately I've been trying to put out a time lapse on Saturday and do a live stream on Sunday. But when there's a bigger set like this, I need to split it up over both days. But Saturdays and Sundays at 2 p.m. Pacific are when the new content happens. So if you're new and enjoying yourself, please feel free to subscribe, and then you can see when the new stuff's happening. This has some really cool... oh, good. This is going the right way. Haha! Lucky. The artistry here is really nice. I love the kind of the fake wooden things, especially the curves coming through here. Oh, this is going to look really cool on this side of it. Let's see here. Oh, early morning. No wonder you needed a Coke. I'd be asleep. Well, early morning, late at night. I'm not sure which way. Either way. Yeah, the you can see the architecture style here. That's really cool. I like this. Oops. Okay. So if it's that time for you, that means I'll start for you at 10 p.m. tonight. That's when we'll finish this thing. Okay, that looks really good. That's really cool looking. I like that. I love the way they finished off the roof here. I like that. There's a lot of really cool elements with this. Okay, and that just locks into place right there. There we go. And that's why we built up through step 8 today. So it's coming along, looking real nice. Sorry, it's hard for me to do this in the camera sometimes. And as I mentioned before, they're doing it in such a way that it's really easy to be able to just remove that piece. So you can actually get down there and play around on the inside if you were so inclined. But it also holds it into place right there. See the wooden elements coming through from the bottom. Yeah, that's all. It's all really nice. I like what we're coming together with here. Yep, that's the end of that. Bump this piece over here. Okay. All right, as I said, that's it for today. Thank you guys for showing up, and please feel free to join me tomorrow or later tonight, as the case may be for you. As we finish this up, enjoy. Well, if you have any Saturday left to enjoy, please do so. Otherwise, see you guys soon. Bye, everyone.